Alright, we're recording. I finally made it out to the teepee. Got candles lit. Ashton made it to California just fine. He went down to spend time with his daughter, celebrate her third birthday at Disney World. I gave him a hint: Barbie townhouse, extra Barbies, Barbie Mustang like Daddy's car. Hopefully, he takes my hint. And I hope they have a great time. And I'm hoping to get to Arkansas to visit my son, and then I'll probably fly from there to California to visit my daughter-in-law and Jamila, spend some time. And I know that they were planning on coming up to PA. I could always ride up with them and get dropped off at Tommy's and then get picked up, or fly back home. Figure that out. But anyway, have a great time, Ashton. I love you, Jamila. Have fun at Disney World. And Ashton, if you can, I don't care how much it costs, get your mommy the biggest Wizard Mickey, because that was my favorite. I haven't got the chairs out. I just got done picking up eggs. Most of them survived. I have had a few casualties with the wind and the snow. And I also have my candle lanterns down here lit up, as you can see there. Now you can see them. Doing some candle magic for Ashton. I want him to have a really nice trip. I'm trying to light everything up without blinding everybody with my flashlight. But the teepee stood. Look at that. She's still I just got a pile too of pine. I want to put some more on it. I think it just gives it a rustic look, and it did help keep the snow out of it. But I haven't unloaded the chairs yet, just this one that I got my stuff on. But the tarp is going to need to be swept, and I'm working on trying to find some beanbag chairs. I can wipe them clean. I also believe you can buy waterproof covers for beanbag chairs. And that'd be nice to sit in there, meditate, have a tea party. But the biggest thing I have decided is I want a shed. I want one of the plastic sheds they had at Sam's Club. Had 2 cute windows in it, 2 doors that just open. And I want to make it my witch's cottage. People have she sheds, I'll have a witch cottage. I want to put a big settee in, the bigger table with, instead of 4 chairs, 6 chairs. So I can sit in there with my grandkids, have a tea party, or sit in there with my friends and do witchy stuff, or sit in there by myself. Nice weather, open the doors, enjoy the night. Bad weather, keep the door closed and get one of those buddy heaters, a small buddy heater. Make a place by the window to run the tubing to the tank, because you never put the propane tank in with you. And then I could have a little heater to heat the place and use candles, and I can use the lanterns that my husband got me, the ones that you can recharge to light it up inside, outside. But that's my goal for this year out here, is to get a she shed. The one in PA was $699, so I'm hoping to save the money and have a she shed. I also would make a stone path to the front door, maybe like 4 stones together. So it would be 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, so 4 rows. Make a nice little, and do some stones on the side, and then plant flowers, and then in the back do stone, and then have a place for extra chairs, storage. And by one of the windows builds either with stones, wood rots, or treated lumber, which is super expensive. So probably get some cinder blocks, which I have some, and set them out by one of the windows to keep the propane tank on, so it's not in. And I should be able to run the hose through the window, and then using some duct tape or something, try to seal it, because the window would be open. Figure it out. I have plenty of candles for light and lanterns. It would just be, heating the place so I could enjoy it during the winter. Was that a snowflake? All right, I'm done with the snow. It's time. It's spring. First day of spring, spring inkle knocks. I want warm summer weather. I have lots to clean, as you see, lots of leaves to blow. This is the sacred circle. So it needs to be cleaned. But I did get all the eggs and Christmas decorations back in the tree. Only a few casualties, like I said, so I was really happy. So I'm in for a minute. Don't mind my glasses. Woo! But it is glasses hat. It is glasses day. Time to take the contacts out. Okay, I'm trying to do this so people can see me without blinding everybody, which is not working out. There we go. So that is my goal. A shed. Instead of calling it a she shed, it'd be a witch's cottage. I think I would put it over where the sigils are, probably behind them in that area, level it out and put it there. So I'd still have the teepee to play in with the girls, but then we'd have the cottage. As I get students and I teach, I can have students sit in there. I have decided, though, I probably will be doing teaching off-site because you just never know. To bring strangers to your house can be dangerous. So I decided if I do teach Wicca, I'd probably do it in a place where we both could meet, a public place like Tim Hortons. As long as you buy some coffee, donuts, a couple sandwiches. I sat in Tim Hortons one afternoon from 2 o'clock into the afternoon until they closed. I just bought coffee, a few juice drinks, obviously a sandwich for dinner, and some donuts and muffins, and they never said a peep. I think they thought I was, me and the person I was working with were, college kids or something like that. Nobody bothered us. Nobody made a peep. It's not like we were lighting candles and incense. Now, for a test or something like that, I would probably meet maybe state land or somewhere like that and have my husband come or my daughter. They both have concealed carry permits, or both of them, and have like all my students come, so it would be a group thing, and they could bring their husbands, boyfriends, or somebody that they felt safe with. But to actually bring people to the sacred circles, to my home, I ain't doing that. Same with my readings, unless I know you and I've read for you. Like if I know you, we're friends, or I read for you, and I started doing tarot readings in '93, so then I wouldn't mind having you come to the cottage or sit outside on my deck or whatnot. I've just decided I really need to be careful about what I do, and it's sad, but the realization is there are murderers and rapists out there. Women especially need to be careful. But anyway, I get back to the fact that it's so nice to be outside. Of course, I don't know what happened. We got home from PA, had a wonderful trip at my son's. Daughter got to feed deer. The lake was incredible. I got a new set of stones. They're like red brick. They're really pretty. I made a pair of Anglo-Saxon runes. Prior to that, I have my own set of the Norse Viking, the Frok runes. So these runes, I'm going to make witches runes. So I will have my own set of the Viking runes, Throk. I will have my own set of the Anglo-Saxon runes, and now I will have my own set of witches runes. And when you collect the stones yourself and make the runes, the divination with is just special. And you can save them and just use them on yourself. Make it something super, super special. Anyway, my hands are cold. My hands are always cold. I never remember to wear gloves. I don't have to get the mittens that attach to your coat like a 2-year-old. But anyway, I did get out here and I did get some stuff picked up. And as the weather gets better, I'll get more done. When I get the circle set up, I will definitely have videos out here like I did. Um, I was thinking of doing a video. I'm going to try to get a maypole up. And my husband and daughter helped me get a maypole into the ground. Go get some decent sized ribbons at Walmart. And I'd like to film doing a maypole. I was thinking that me, my husband, and daughter could do it and figure out a way to put the phone so it catches it. I thought that would be interesting. Um, but I'm definitely going to be posting more now that I'm not visiting. I had a great time. We played Witch School. Yes, I'm not trying to convert my grandchildren into Wiccans, but they wanted to play Witch School and we had fun. It was more like Sabrina the Teenage Witch type Witch School. You know, we pretended, we made potions, we took sticks and pretended they were our brooms. It was a lot of fun. It was just, I spent my days playing with my grandchildren. Um, we played games at night. My daughter-in-law bought my son basically Cards Against Humanity, but the Winchester's version, Supernatural, so that was fun. And then me something. So we played games at night. We went to some great restaurants. I had some awesome seafood. 2 Brazilian lobster tails. Oh my God, they were huge, and boy, they were good. That I didn't worry about the diet that night. And then they snuck and somehow told them, Leo? Leo! Oh, hi, Majestica! Oh, sweetheart. The grandkids are going to be so happy to hear you. Hoo! 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 This is an owl that moved in last summer, I want to say around June, and she has stayed here. She actually came on my deck last night and scared the crap out of me. Didn't help that I was watching Walking Dead, videos. But I heard something, so I finally shut the phone off, and it was her. By the time I got out to the back door to let Sirius out, she had come to the back, like she knew I was going to go to the back door instead of the front, which is interesting. How did she know that I wouldn't pick the front door? And I had a little conversation with her. She's up in the trees somewhere. It's an awful cold night for you to be out. I figured you'd be bedded down. I believe she's a barn owl, or she might be a snowy white owl. But she stayed here all winter, and she's been here since last summer. I do believe she has some nests here, and they are territorial. I found a dead crow. I took feathers. I sanitized them. I sanitize all my feathers before I use them in my brooms, staffs, or whatever I'm making. I'm thinking about making a crown of feathers. So I have like a crown to wear out here, but have some feathers in it. I obviously buried the crow. But I didn't see where there was any disease or markings on them. But I heard an owl will just like hit them out of the sky and they fall, they die. Hoo! 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 Well, it's interesting. She'll talk to me and then she'll stay silent. I think the flashlight bothers her. Of course, I'm shining it up in the tops of the trees. But I can't remember if they do an eye shine or not. Because she's going to be up in the tree. It was interesting. I had been out here working on the teepee, and I think I had just decided to turn Luna circle into a circle. And I noticed these little branches popping down on me. And I didn't think much of it because there's a ton of squirrels out here. And then I saw this big, huge thing fly above me. And it was an owl. It was her. I think when she realized that I wasn't a threat, because she was kind of dive bombing me. At least that's what I was told. And of course, she did perch on the teepee. I think just like the old ones, she knows I don't mean her any harm, and I'm not going to harm the woods. So we're kind of friends. Oh my God. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh my God, people aren't going to believe this. Hi. How are you? Hi, baby. Hi there. Are you okay? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I hope this records. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God, I wish my grandkids were here right now. And I pray to God that this records so they can see her. Hi, baby. Hi there. I'm trying to record you, but I'm having a heck of a time. Oh, Majestica, hi there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God, this is incredible. And I can't get it. I'm trying to get her, but I don't want to scare her because that's going to put 2 lights in her face. Hi, honey. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God. Oh, I don't think I got her. Oh my God, she came. There she is. She's still there. Hi, sweetheart. What are you doing over there? Maybe I can get her. Okay. The Y branch. Oh, she's right there. Like I said, I don't want to scare her because she's like really looking at me like, who are you? Why are you calling me? Oh, Majestica, you're just gorgeous. You are so beautiful. It's right there on that branch. All right, I got the branch, but it's hard to see her. Hi, baby girl. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, she's so beautiful. Bye, baby. Oh, she's over in that tree. Right over there. Oh, Miracle Hope, I wish you were here right now. I really do. This is absolutely, positively incredible. She's never come to me like this. Never. Never has she come to me like this. Literally fly right above me. This is incredible. Absolutely, positively incredible. Hi, baby. My grandkids named you Majestica. I bow my head to you and I pay homage to you. Oh, I wish you'd come to me. Oh my God, would I love to have you on my arm. I don't even know how to do it. I mean you no harm. I just would like to get a picture of you for my granddaughters. Could you come back over this way? Where'd you go, sweetheart? I know you're in that tree somewhere. I saw you. You have a beautiful wingspan. Wow. Hoo, 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 hoo. Well, I don't want to scare her. People, this isn't. I'll have to rewind. I realized that most of it I had the camera facing me, dummy. So for half of me talking to her, the camera was facing me. But when I realized, I tried to get her, but it's too hard to try. I need a camera with a light on it. You know, like guns have light. You can put a flashlight on a gun. I need a camera or some way. She is just beautiful. So apparently she's decided to stay because this will be a year now. So apparently she's claimed these woods for her territory. And I'm fine with that. Oh, I wish Miracle, Hope, and Faith Lorraine were here. Oh my God, they would have been. You're going to have to do that again. But see, the problem with that is kids can't be quiet. Granted, I'm talking, but I'm not talking loud. You know, kids giggle, they laugh, they're loud. I don't know. I don't think she really knows what to make of me because I hoot at her and I've been talking to her. We actually have conversations. I'll talk to her out the back door. And I'm going to say this, and I don't care if people believe me or not. When Luna passed away, right after her last breath, there was a ruckus on the roof right above my daughter's bedroom, and she hooted. It was almost like a mournful howl, but it was a hoot. She said goodbye to Luna. And I kind of think that's why she came, to help guide Luna's soul. But because I started, I mean, how many humans have conversations with owls? Probably not many. So I am honored that she decided to stay. And I know a lot of people and a lot of traditions, even Native American, owls are the harbingers of bad news. Snowy owls, if they come, the song Wildfire, or there's a hoot owl been hooting out by my window for 3 nights in a row. I know he's calling to me. I know she's coming for me. I know I can hear her. She's coming for me. I don't believe that's why Majestica's here. I believe Majestica's here because I've turned this into a magical place. I've casted a circle of protection so this place is safe. I had deer bedding down pretty much right behind the pond in there. I had tons of eye shine, fallen down stuff. You can tell something big and multiple were laying down. Plus one night I came out here and shined a flashlight and there were like 16 pairs of eyes looking at me. I was a little scared, but then they snorted, and I've heard a deer snort before, so I knew what they were. But she's beautiful, and I'm glad she decided to stay. She's not super big, but her wingspan is. I don't know much about owls. I don't know how old they get. I do believe she's a female because they're of the nests, and I know they're territorial. So as long as she's here, I won't have a lot of crows or ravens or hawks. And I'm fine with that. I just think she knows this place is sacred. And I'm not your average typical human being. I'm different. Oh, I hope I got her. I really do. She's just a beautiful owl. She really is. There's something magical about the way she looked down at me. And she wasn't afraid of me. I mean, I hooted back at her. She only called once tonight. And it wasn't a... Sometimes when she calls, it sounds like a howl, like a dog. Like a dog's moan or a dog's howl. And that's why I call Leo, because my girlfriend's dogs that live across the street got out. Leo and Delta and Aquila. Aquila is Echo's first son from another litter, and then Lotus and Echo had Delta and Leo. So that, it really did sound like a dog. And then I realized the second call who it was. But to actually see her, to have her come to me, that's the first one. This is the first time. I don't see her now, so I don't know if she had enough exploring with me that I'm boring to her, or maybe she's just tired of having a light shine in her face. I don't see her up there, so I don't know if she's way, way up now. Because, they can get right to the very tippy tops. But I do hear something up there, so I do believe she's still up there. I'm not a threat, baby. I'm not a threat, okay? I'll leave you be now, okay? But back to the woods. It's just beautiful out here. She probably likes these colored things. I wouldn't be surprised if she plays with them. Just like a cat or a dog, they have their playtime. So, look at it out here. You got trees with decorative balls to her, even though they're Easter eggs and Christmas balls. But they're colorful, so that probably attracts her attention. And they do glisten in the moonlight. I'm sure the candles, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she's been in the teepee, like in this area. And this would also provide her with some shelter. I don't know that much about owls. I'm going to have to get a book. But I think we've kind of started a friendship because I've talked to her and I've talked to her. I actually had a 3-way conversation. She was talking to another owl and I joined in. They both talked to me, but she came closer. And for her to still be here, I think is amazing. She's claimed our territory. We don't own, granted, we bought the house, we own the house and the land, but you never own land. It's Mother Nature's. We're just tenants, and that's how I look at it, that I'm privileged to have this little bit of heaven. This structure, I really think, is unique by looking at it. This was, when I first noticed this, it looked like a big wreath, okay, because this tree is still alive. So it had leaves on it. I don't know if it's still alive now because of all that snow we had. Oh, it's still bent and it doesn't look broken. But if you can see this, I could have easily made a teepee out of this, but when I made the teepee, this wasn't here. Oh, I hear her. She's following me. I hear you. But you could add it pieces of wood. With it being U-shaped like that, I could have easily thrown a tarp over that. This would have actually made a neat teepee. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll make 2. Faith's already complaining she wants her own teepee. You know how kids are. I thought this was a unique structure because I think it's not natural. These trees are bent over. Look at that. It never broke. And that's something that Sasquatches do. But I sat in here, and of course in the summertime this was all leaves, so you couldn't see me. And then that was like the grapevine, I pulled it in. But I'm almost thinking that if I got a couple of tarps, especially here, I could start here, because this tree is, I don't know if it's still alive, because this tree is caught to the side. So it might be, no, it's got things on it. If I put a tarp over all the bent formation, and then it hung down on the sides, because you don't really have anything on the sides, but it's not. I mean, I could literally start building right here, adding pieces, and then probably do it on the other side. I don't want to go too far because, well, it's dark out and there's a lot of wood and debris. It's the woods. I only clean the areas that I'm at. But I'm saying that I could probably turn that into another teepee very easily, and it's not far away. And if I cleared a path, I could probably clear it right here. You come in where that grapevine is, walk through. I don't think I can move the log, but she can walk over it, and then that could be her teepee. I'll have to think about that if I want to take the natural structure, because it does look like a beautiful wreath. Plus it's alive, and if I cover it with a tarp, I'll probably kill it. So I'm sure I can. There's some trees over here right in this area. I could probably do something, but wow, my hands are super cold now. So I think I'm going to close this off. I'm going to see if I can see her, but I'm going to gather my stuff, show you the candles one more time. It was incredible that we got to see the owl tonight. I hope I got it on camera. Probably didn't. I really couldn't see her, so when I was looking through the phone, but that doesn't mean I didn't get her. I gotta get a better system, like maybe try to get a camera, a simple camera, or a video type camera. We had one of the versions from the 90s that you put on those little VHS tapes, and then you put it into like a bigger one so you could pop it in the VCR. They were like mini tapes that went into a big VHS tape back in the 90s, before we had all this technology that we have now. But there's got to be something I can do, so if this happens again, I can get pictures of her, get her on video, because it was very interesting that she came to me. And nobody's probably going to believe it, but I know in my heart what I saw, and I'm not crazy. I think it's really neat to have an owl. I really do. I'm glad she's still here. I really am. I think she's incredible. And I hope we can make friends. I hope maybe she gets to trust me. She'll come lower. I mean, to her, I'm a predator, but I don't mean her any harm. Well, my fingers are frozen and can't take much more, but I did want to do a video. I'd like to thank anybody that's subscribed, and I promise that as I get better, so will the content. But this wasn't anything to be spooky or anything like that. I'm a witch, a natural witch. I'm Pisces. I was born a witch. By the time I was 3, I was running around saying I was a witch, putting salt and pepper in water, and I've always had a love for the woods. It just fit. So when I became Wiccan, when I was pregnant with my son Thomas in 1993, I don't call this a religion anymore. This is a way of life. So a wise woman living in today's world Back in the times, wise women were considered witches, midwives. We said wise women. And of course, this is before we were slaughtered because the Roman Empire came through and decided that the Catholic religion was the only religion. And if you read anything about Jesus, that is not at all what he taught. In fact, he taught to seek me, don't look in a building for me, to see me in the trees, in the rocks. The people that followed him, they practice outside. You're not supposed to worship statues and idols, and churches are full of just that with candles. They're literally mini altars. So I believe in a creator that has male and female principles. They would have to be to understand. I believe there's other intelligent life out there which they've created. I think I'm starting to come around to this filament thing, that space really doesn't exist. And that's kind of heartbreaking, because I was looking at the real Jimmy Roberts, and he's got some interesting things. It shows an obliterated place with letters and statues, and it might not be on planet Mars. It literally may be here. Somehow they got through to another dimension and they don't want to tell us, or it's this Tartarian empire. It definitely shows that there was intelligent life. It shows a railroad. It shows the pictures he got are incredible. But there's also been pictures out there showing rovers, and of course everybody says, oh, that's their practice area. Astronauts that are ever going to go to Mars need to practice. Yeah, maybe. So I'm not going to say I'm for sure a flat earther yet, but I do believe that there's a filament above us and something below us, other dimensions. I also think we merged into different timelines, and I can believe that there's a me right now doing this, and there's a me sitting on my bed texting people right now about my owl experience, drinking some warm coffee. There's a me right now sleeping. There's a me that's getting up. There's just, I can deal with that. There's several different me's and things going on at the same time. That I might be able to wrap my head around. But to believe that this is all a matrix and that the trees aren't real, there's so much beauty. Nobody's going to tell me that the flowers that I plant that grow into beautiful flowers and smell intoxicating aren't real. I don't think we're supposed to know these things. I think we're supposed to live our lives with love in our hearts and to be kind to each other. Be kind to animals, wild and domestic. Be kind to each other. And that's what Wicca really is. It's a way of life. It's living in a positive manner, but it's celebrating the sun and the moon, the four directions, the four elements, being close to nature, loving and understanding yourself. So that's what it's about. So if you are interested in learning more about Wicca, you're going to see it firsthand. I like to practice out here in the woods. I built this teepee. I built this circle. I built Luna's circle. And I try very, very, very hard to be a good person and do right by my family and right by myself. And obviously I'm doing something right because I now have a friendship with an owl. Her name is Majestica. My granddaughter named her, and I just think it's a beautiful name because she's majestic. She really is. All right, I will sign off with Blessed Be, and I hope we get some warmer weather so I can come out here and start doing some moon rites. Valentine's coming up. I really like to show everybody a traditional maple and merrymaking, which is not love making, so don't think that there's going to be any taboo stuff on this channel. But if you're interested in more Wicca and seeing it firsthand, maybe you've been thinking about getting into Wicca, um, you'll get to see somebody practice it live. So, take care. Blessed be.